Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Dan and today we're looking at the 2020 version of Mulan, the live action version, and I've got a lot to say about this film. So the basic plot of this film is that there's Mulan and she joins the army in place of her father to try to save her father from joining the army, and very similar plots to the original film, although the film is very different, I would say. Very different. So obviously a lot of people have been having issues with the live action remakes of these original Disney classics. We saw a lot of frustration with The Lion King, which came out last year, and rightfully so. It wasn't a great movie and it felt like it was just exactly the same as the original movie. So with the lead up to Mulan, it looked really great because it did look like Disney were taking a different route with this film. It looked like it was the same character, the same basic plot, but taking it in a very different direction, and the film was ultimately going to be very different, and I was kind of excited for that. So I thought it was a good approach on Disney's behalf. Unfortunately, although the film is very different to the animated version, there's still a lot left to be desired. There were a lot of flaws in this movie. So I'd say visually this film looks really good for the most parts. The parts that suffer, unfortunately, are the action sequences, the fight choreography, and the VFX, and even the camera work in those fight scenes just wasn't great. And for a movie about a warrior figure, Mulan, this film did not have really exciting or engaging fight sequences or action sequences, which is kind of a big draw card for this movie, I feel. So that was very unfortunate, and I was really bored throughout most of the action sequences. So another issue I had with this film, and some may consider this a slight spoiler, but at the beginning of the film, Mulan already is a really great fighter. And this contrasts the animated film a little bit because Mulan was learning a lot of things throughout that process. But in this film, I felt like from the get-go, she was really super powerful. And it just meant that throughout the movie, although she does learn a few lessons here and there, she isn't growing much as a character for me necessarily. This also, unfortunately, isn't helped by the portrayal of this character. I thought the performance was not great. Liu Yifei's performance was just unfortunately so bland. There were definitely a few charming moments in the film with her character, but I felt like a lot of the heavy lifting was from a lot of the other cast members at times. And I just felt like her performance was really dull and not that exciting, which is kind of frustrating because she's the main character and she's the character you're meant to be rooting for throughout the whole film. And it's just difficult to do that because you almost feel like there's a bit of like a wall between you and her character throughout the whole film because of the performance. Donnie Yen and Jet Li are also in the film, and it was great seeing them in the movie. I did enjoy their performances, but I think overall in this movie it's just hard to feel like there are any stakes throughout the whole film. It doesn't feel like any person's actions are going to have major consequences down the line. And I think that mainly is because of the very poorly done action sequences in the movie, and then also just some of the performances weren't great, and it's hard to relate to these characters. It's hard to understand what these characters are feeling or going through because of some of the dull performances. Look, I definitely don't hate this film, and I know a lot of people really are not enjoying this movie, and that's fine. Film is subjective, but overall for me, this film was just okay. It was average, and I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5, and that's around a 50%. And yeah, there were some really cool moments in the movie, but then there were some also really dull moments in the film. Last two things I want to say about this film is that the cinematography outside of the action sequences I really thought was good, and it looked great. The other thing I want to say is that the score for the film is actually, I kind of enjoyed it. I liked how they used some of the songs from the animated movie in this new score. They implemented them in some clever ways at times, which was cool. But unfortunately, yeah, this film is not as exciting as the animated one. Mulan as a character doesn't grow as much as she does in the animated one. And overall, the animated one is definitely a superior film, and if you are wanting to watch either or, I would highly recommend the animated one over this one. Do I recommend watching Mulan? I think, look, if you are going to go watch it, you may as well go watch it on the big screen. Some of the shots are really great in the cinema, but it's not a great film. it's an average film. And I feel like a lot of people are going to have issues with this movie, especially for that group of people who are just already over the live action remakes. I don't think they're going to like this movie. But guys, those are my thoughts on Mulan. 2.5 out of 5. Not great, not terrible, just okay. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you did, please consider subscribing or liking this video, and thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.